Hello everyone and welcome to the January edition of the BidCentral webinar. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a great holiday and some time off. And now you're back in the office and ready to get started on a whole new decade, a whole new year. We're confident that 2020 is going to be a great one, and we hope it's the same for you. So the purpose of today's call is just to do a quick overview of who BidCentral is, and then walk you through the platform and dive into some of the features and some of the tips and tricks that you can use to help get the most out of your BidCentral membership. So just diving in, a little bit about us. BidCentral is BC's largest construction bidding marketplace. We're built by BC's construction industry for BC's construction industry. So as you can see on the left, BidCentral is part of the BC Construction Association, and from within the BC Construction Association, we have 4 regions around the province: the Northern Region Construction Association, Southern Interior Construction Association, Vancouver Island Construction Association, and Vancouver Regional Construction Association. And all of this is, these regions are instrumental in advocating for the industry and helping to grow it. And of course, BidCentral has thousands of projects at your fingertips. We have historical projects, we have open projects, we have pre-bid projects, which are projects coming down the pipeline, and awarded projects going many years back. I get some questions that get asked quite commonly, so I thought I'd address them on this call, because you might be thinking them too. First of all, who's BidCentral for and what's the value? So we get all sorts of different types of companies come and sign up for the site, and so there's a lot of different types of personas or different types of companies that would benefit from BidCentral. Obviously, large GCs would definitely benefit from using the site. In addition to that, all of the different sub-trades can use the site. Manufacturers and suppliers use the site as well, and that it's a great sales tool for them to be able to find projects that have specific requirements for brands or products that they sell. In addition to that, architects, consultants, really any kind of business that has any kind of interaction with the construction industry, predominantly industrial, commercial, institutional, and so those are the main types of businesses that would get the most value out of the platform. Where do the projects come from? The projects come from a number of different sources. Primarily our regions. I mentioned we have 4 regions. They are instrumental in getting these projects fed into the BidCentral platform. So the regions are working closely with all of the different projects that are happening around the province, working to get them posted up on the site. We also source projects from other bidding sites as well. So we aggregate all of these projects from around the web and put them into a simple, easy-to-use platform for you to be able to find projects. How often are these projects updated? Well, they're updated as close to real time as we can get. Within a day of them happening, or the update being happening, we like to get those projects updated. I know a number of the other sites out there, the addendas can be delayed by a number of days, and that can be frustrating. Notifications for mandatory site visits, they can be delayed. That can be frustrating, and that can be the difference between winning a project and not winning a project. So having timely updates on projects is instrumental, and we strive to make sure those projects are updated as soon as they are posted. Another one I get is my company too big or too small for BidCentral? Obviously, for the big companies, they're probably using the site already. And if you're not, you should be. We've got projects of all size, in multi-million upwards, tens of millions upwards. But we also have smaller projects as well. For small companies, and I was on the phone with a company just today. It's a small crew, 5-man crew, and those types of companies can also use the site for bidding on smaller projects, but also using the site as a sales tool to be able to work with these larger companies that are bidding on projects and work with them by having them sub out parts of the project that is relevant to their trade. So it's a great tool for these companies to be able to get in and work with these big companies on these big projects. And finally, another one that I get quite often is, how can I post projects on BidCentral? So if you go to our website, www.bidcentral.ca, one of the headers at the top of the page is Post Project. Fill that form out, and that kicks off a process over here where we'll work with you to get that project posted and shared with thousands upon thousands of companies in BC that are also looking for work. So if you've got projects that you want to post on BidCentral, we'd love to have them. Just fill out that form or reach out to me. So what's in store for 2020? So we put out a survey back in November, and we're overwhelmed with the feedback that we've got. We just couldn't thank you enough for the great suggestions that you've had, and some of the feedback there. So it's been great. Thank you for doing that. So you spoke, we listened. So what you can expect from BidCentral in 2020? First of all, more projects, more content happening. We've got full-time people whose sole job it is to go out and source projects, bring them onto the site. We're also doing some strategic partnerships that will result in a significant increase in the number of projects that will be up on the site in 2020. So more projects is great for everyone. More features. We had a lot of requests for directory. We had requests for intention to bid tools and invitation to bid tools, being able to take a project and invite people within your group to bid on that project with you. And those features are coming in 2020 and lots more too. So stay tuned for that. But ultimately, the whole goal of the development of some of these features is to help you guys get more visible on the platform and help you win more projects. And finally, you can expect more from us, more engagement. I'll be continuing to do these projects or these webinars every month, and you'll also see more of us around the province as we'll be scheduling some on-site training sessions as well. So you can expect to see more of us in person too. All right, time to jump into the demo. So I'm going to log into the BidCentral platform as a standard premium customer. And now we're looking at the BidCentral dashboard. So on the dashboard here, it's broken down into some key areas. The first section is the project quick search. This is a very simple basic search that you can put a keyword in and look for projects. The search itself is going to look through the project header and the project title and the description, but it's not going to do any more in-depth searching from there. So if you're looking for a more thorough search and more search results, I always recommend using the advanced search button, which is right there, because you'll get more search results. Going down from there is the bid closing schedule. So this is just a calendar where you can look at by date what projects are closing on a specific date. So if you click on today's date here, you can see these are the projects that are closing today. And you can click on those links and it will take you to the project. You can also filter your project by region, and that's a good time to just kind of tell you a bit about the different regions and how we break out projects. So as I mentioned before, BidCentral is broken up into 4 different regions, and those are indicated in here by we assign a project to a geographical region. So as you can see, you've got the Northern BC, the Southern Interior, Vancouver Island, and Vancouver region. So depending on where you operate and what your service area is, that's where you'll select your region. If you service the whole province, great, keep them all checked. So once you filter that, it will filter the results based on your region, as you can see. Also, if you're invited to private bids, they will show up here as well as a tab. called My Invited Projects. So that's a bid closing schedule. On the right hand side here, we've got some pre-made searches that helps you access projects a bit easier. Having to type out your searches each time and set all your filters each time can be cumbersome. So we've made it easier just by adding some pre-made searches here. So for example, the first one is all current open projects throughout the province. You can look at pre-bid projects. You can look at new projects in the past day, the past week, projects by region, bid results, awarded list, any site visits, so on and so forth. Also, you've got your saved searches here, so you can create customized searches, so you don't have to keep going in each time and setting all of your search parameters. You just click on your searches here and it'll take you to them. So now we're going to move on to the advanced search, and I'm going to show you how to find a project. So in the advanced search, you're going to see a lot of parameters in here. It can be a bit daunting with all these features that you can filter. My recommendation is to keep it as broad as possible so that you get the most search results possible so that you can filter them yourself. The reason why I like the advanced search versus the basic search is because it's going to search through the actual attachments of the project and all of the documents of that project, and not just the brief description of the project. So you get more search results. So for today's example, I'm just going to search electrical, and then I'm going to tick this box here that says include document search, and that's what I just mentioned there, where it's going to search within the documents. Now under the statuses, there's a number of different statuses that you can search: open, bid results, awarded, cancelled, pre-bid. Just a note on pre-bid. Pre-bid projects are projects that are coming down the pipeline but are not actively in the tendering and bidding phase yet. So they're a great way to know what's coming down the pipeline, but it's not actually ready for bidding. So that's a lot of companies use that to know kind of what their forecast is going to be like for projects that they're going to be bidding on, making sure that they've got resources in place for when those projects come to fruition. Pre-bid projects can go from pre-bid to open in a matter of months or a matter of years. And you can look at your closed projects or on hold. But for this example, we're going to just look at open and pre-bid open. And then from there, you've got these advanced search fields that are going to come up. And I'm going to select any new project in the last 90 days. So we're going to search electrical, include document search for open projects across all of the different regions in the province in the last 90 days. And the search is finished, and as you can see, there's a lot of projects that are electrical related, 129 in fact. Now the other thing you can do, I mentioned before on your dashboard that you can save your searches. So if you don't want to have to keep typing this out and setting those filters each time, you can save this search as a new search and give it a name. So I'm going to call this Adam Test Search number 2. And now that it's saved, if I jump back to my dashboard here, you can see that the test search number 2 shows up on the right hand side here as one of my saved searches. So I can go ahead and click on that, and it's going to search for all those parameters that I set without having me to go back in and reset those things. So it helps save you a bit of time. And you can create as many of those as you want. Alright, so now that we've done the search, we've got all these different results. You can see here under the search results, a project number. So the project number has a prefix. It's going to be BC, and then there's a couple of letters after that. So in this case, it's VR, which stands for the Vancouver region. NR would be the Northern region. VI would be Vancouver Island, and projects with SI would be the Southern Interior. So it just gives you a quick idea of the region that that project's in. And then you've got a description of the project name, if the project has any addendas, what the closing date is, and if it's a BOBS project. So a BOBS project would be one where the actual bidding process is being done through the BidCentral site. In projects where they're not BOBS, then it would be in the actual bid package. It would give you the information on where to submit the bid to. Then you can quickly click on View to view the documents. You can see the status, and you can see the location. So if I click on a project, it's going to open up a new tab, and it takes you to the plan sheet here, and you can see information about the project, the address, what the close date is, project type, it's a new construction, category residential, and you can see who the project contacts are, who the consultants are, and who the project owners are. Now, if this looks like a good project and you want to view the documents, you can click on View Documents up here. And it's going to ask you, do you want to subscribe for email updates to this project? Do you want to add a link or a shortcut to your dashboard? Or just ask me next time. Alright, so now we're looking at the documents here. You can see all of the plans have been indexed and broken out to make it easier for you to see. All of the appendices have been put into a folder, and any addendas and all that has been listed in here. So a few things you can do when you're looking at the project. So I found this by searching the word electrical. So I want to know where in this project electrical is being referenced. So under Tools, I can click on Document Search, and I'm going to put in electrical, and I'm going to see where the phrase electrical has been referenced in these documents. So you can see here, these are the project files, and if you click on that file, it will download the attachment which has the word electrical in it. Other things you can do is you can go into your notification settings. So if you want to subscribe for email updates, you can subscribe by clicking that button. So this is handy if there's addendas that have been posted, or notifications for site visits, or just any kind of updates to the project, so you can get an email notification. The other thing you can do is add it to your favorites, so add a shortcut to this project on your dashboard. The other thing you can do is set a reminder. So if this project closes on January the 20th, you can set yourself a reminder for January the 15th to be notified by us so that you can put your bid in. So you set your date that you want to be reminded by, a little message to yourself, and then hit save, and then we'll notify you when the date comes. If this project looks good to you, you can click I'm bidding, and then it will add you as a confirmed bidder on the project. And to get back to the project sheet, you can just click project sheet. Now, as you can see here, Addlestone Construction has been listed as a confirmed plan holder for this project. So far today we have gone through logging in, going through the dashboard, doing a search, finding a project, viewing the documents, subscribing to the documents, so I'm just going to show you a couple other little tips and tricks from here. So that's the project. Jumping back to the dashboard, The next thing I want to show you is the opportunity matching. So supposing you don't have enough time to go in each day and search for projects, you can be notified by us automatically when a new project gets posted. So to do that, you go into My Account and then you click on Edit Opportunity Matching. Now when you click on that, you've got two options. You can receive an email notification by region, so that will show you any new project that gets posted in that region, regardless of what it is. So if you check this box, Vancouver Island, and push save, every day it's going to send you an email for all the new projects that were added on Vancouver Island in the past 24 hours. Or if you check all of them, it will send you every project that gets posted throughout the province in that previous 24 hours. Alternatively, you can set up a keyword by region. So if I work on Vancouver Island and I want to be notified for any new electrical projects, I can type that in so that any new project that gets added on Vancouver Island that has the word electrical will send you an email with a link to those projects. You can also do some other things in here. So if you want to do put an asterisk at the end of electrical, supposing you do electrical lighting, electrical wiring, electrical engineering, you can put an asterisk at the end of electrical, and that's called a wildcard search, and that will find any projects that have electrical in the beginning, and then anything else after that. If you have any questions or need any help on how to tweak your keywords here, there's a help document you can click on that will give you some kind of technical but handy tips on how to use Boolean operators to search. So I've got my two keywords here, and I've got my region set, and then I click save. So again, what will happen is each evening, usually around 6 o'clock, you'll get an email for any new projects that have been added within the past 24 hours. And that right there is the demo of the BidCentral platform. Now, there's a difference in membership types. So when you sign up through the website, you've got a couple of options. You can sign up as a free user, or you can sign up for BidCentral Premium. You can see here on this screen the difference between BidCentral Free and BidCentral Premium. Now, the great thing about if you're part of one of our regional construction associations, great news, you get 60% off on an annual subscription of BidCentral. Or if you're not a member of one of our regional construction associations, you can sign up directly for an account through bidcentral.ca, and this is all of the features that you get. So with a free account, you can view projects, you can look at the bid calendar, and you can set up opportunity matching. With a premium customer, you can view projects, look at the calendar, set up your opportunity matching, use advanced search, access all of the documents, get notifications for addendas, notifications for site visits. You can see the awarded projects, access the pre-bid projects. You get added to our contractor directory where you can receive private invitations to projects, and you can also post projects on the site as well. So if you're interested in checking out BidCentral Premium, give me a shout and we can get you set up. And that concludes the webinar, folks. The next webinar that's happening will be Thursday, February the 6th at 3 p.m. and I'll be emailing you out a link to register for that. If you have any new employees or any employees that you'd like to get trained up on how to use the site, it's a great way to get them trained up. If you have any questions, you can contact me here. My contact information is listed below. Also, you can contact me through the website using our live chat functionality. So if you're in the platform and you have some questions and you don't want to give me a call or send me an email, you just have a really quick question, there's a live chat box here in the bottom right hand corner of every page where you can just chat with me, and I would be happy to help you with any questions that you have at all. Thanks everyone for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the webinar, and I look forward to speaking with you and helping you make the most of your BidCentral account. Have a great afternoon, everyone.